Football coach Aaron Feist being hailed a hero after he threw himself in front of students, shielding them from the gunfire as it ripped through the Florida high school.
Joining us now to talk about their coach, Marjory Stoneman Douglas high school varsity football players, Will Pringle and Lucas Taylor. Will and Lucas, thank you very much for joining this morning. Will, I'll start with you. First of all, you guys were in a similar location that morning. Walk us through where you were and what happened.
When me and Lucas were in the same classroom, and we heard the fire alarm go off, which was unusual because it was the second fire alarm in the day, and they normally don't do that. It just messes with the teachers and their schedules and their teaching. So we follow the normal procedures. We head out to our designated zone, and then it just seemed kind of off. You know, there were people who were saying they're doing the shooting drill that we were supposed to have. We heard gunshots, and then you know, the teachers were all running around. Administrators were all in a fuss. They were telling us we need to start walking away. We need to evacuate, go to Westglades, and it didn't sink in until we saw one of the sheriffs posted up outside of Westglades with an AR-15, and all the lights and sirens were going, and it was at that moment it kind of sunk in.
Will, Lucas, you guys just heard, obviously, yesterday the news that there were signs, there was a tip, a call made to the FBI. How do you feel having gone through what you went through this week, knowing that the FBI was alerted to this 6 weeks ago?
I mean, yeah, they're at fault, but at the same time, it could have been like any other day, like it was. The moment we heard the gunshots, we ran as fast as we could and we got out of there. And the signs that were there, things should have been done, but they weren't.
Hey, Will, let me ask you, or Lucas, either one of you want to answer this. We were talking in another segment about guns possibly being allowed on campus. We understand Coach Feist is a gun owner, a security guard in his own right. Do you believe that if Coach Feist had been allowed to have his weapon on campus, it might have changed things?
100%. I think someone with the bravery and the heart of Coach Feist, he would have gone to the scene immediately, and if he had the ability to stop the shooter, if he had the ability to protect himself and others, he could have saved himself and saved who knows how many other people. It could have been a completely different outcome if he was allowed to carry a weapon on campus.
Absolutely. Lucas, you know, we talk about folks running, and you were on the other side of the school, but something made your coach run toward the shots of gunfire without a weapon, and you guys believe he should have had one, and the outcome would have been different. But what was it about his mindset, and what did he instill in you guys as his players that he would charge toward a hailstorm of bullets?
Before every game, Coach Feist told us to play every game like it's our last. And that day, he played every day like it was his last day. He used everything in his heart to go save the kids he cared about more than his own life. And it really showed that he is a hero.
There's no greater love than to lay your life down for someone else, and he clearly did that. I want to just quick mention the GoFundMe page. We have a link to it at Fox and Friends. It's now up to $125,000.
And this is in honor of your coach. What will those proceeds go to, Will and Lucas?
It will go to his family. It'll go to helping the funeral. It'll help his daughter. It'll just try and it won't fix anything. It won't be able to help the pain go away, but it'll make things easier and make going through this easier for his family to grieve and move on.
Well put.
Thank you. Hey, Will, Lucas, I'll give you very quickly, we only have a few seconds, but if you had one word to describe Coach Feist, what would it be?
Loving.
He's a true angel. True angel.
All right.
Well said. Will Pringle, Lucas Taylor, thank you both. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for joining us.